Hey everyone, how's it going? Oh, I forgot a song today. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Devve, Definity, daCAT, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. I have had I was just in a space. I felt like Ron Paul in like the 2012 debates where like they it was like went like 90 minutes and they gave him like one question at the end. There was like already 12 speakers in that space, and I came in like late and I had to wait a little while, but they were really cool. Part of what I want to go over today is people working for their bags. And I had no idea that that space was going on. It was a Shibarium space, and yeah, it was cool. Eventually, there was a couple of people that I knew that were in there. One was even speaking. One, I think, the somehow followed me through another account that he had, and it was cool. They were just talking. They were just shooting the shit. And at the end of the day, and it was a recorded space too, so at some point you'll be able to probably hear that. People that work for their bags, like I never really got into meme coins, and that's like it was like memes, it was alts, again, Sheeb and Shibarium, but and I explained to them, like, I was in traditional finance, got into crypto really through Akomi and VeVe, and I got to explain to them what daCAT and SHIRO was. I think they knew what SHIRO was. I didn't know what daCAT was. I don't know if they knew what VeVe or Akomi was. Either way, that well, they will now. Um, and I said, listen, like I don't know really what your guys' product, like, because everyone can build on there. I was like, I don't know what you guys are building. I don't know what you guys are doing. But here's how SHIRO and daCAT are doing it. And again, like obviously, one of my biggest holdings is OMI, but how do I go in and get people? How do I show like 8 things at once? It's like, okay, well, talk about daCAT and SHIRO and say like, hey, I never got into meme coins because they were never doxed. A lot of meme coin projects are not doxed. A lot of them are rug pulls, and even a lot of good quality companies in general that are doing good stuff. Like, they're trying and they're doxed, but they just don't have a lot of revenues. And I said, if you guys, whatever project you have, if you go in and have some form of revenue, some form of money coming in, eventually a bunch of people from Wall Street, and you saw it today. What would you have, like $5 trillion wiped out from the stock market the last 2 days, and then you have, like 1% of that, you had over 5 billion today go into crypto. And I told them, like, eventually rates are going to get cut. As rates get cut, money's put in treasuries. These rates are going to get cut. The Fed can refinance their trillions of dollars in debt at a very cheap rate. And then what happens is that you'll have this market melt up where like the $6 or $7 trillion in money market accounts are going to rip into the market. It will not happen all at once. It'll take several months. But when that happens, you're going to be able to go on, and again, there's going to be a lot of spillover from that going into the stock market over into the crypto market. And when that happens, there's going to be people making money hand over fist. I guarantee you by the end of the year, I'll be able to charge like $8,000 a month for sponsors. And like, it's because that's coming. Like, I've seen it before. I did not take advantage in 2021. I was like, no, I don't want to have people think that I'm saying anything because I was paid, and I could have easily made an additional 5 figures, an additional tens of thousands of dollars. And I didn't, because that, again, I don't care about how it looks. I care about doing actual good, and I care less about the perception of it. Unlike a lot of other people where they don't care about what's good and they only care about the perception of it. at this point in time, again, I've taken sponsors for the channel, and like before the end of the year, my very small, 30,000 followers combined in socials will be probably worth that just because of the audience. So I got to tell them about daCAT, got to tell them about SHIRO. That was really great. Obviously did not get to tell them about Devve because that is completely way off their radar. Devve doing pretty okay today, and I wish it wasn't. Devve's up about 14 cents. I'm sorry, 14% on the day. Although what that might be. So they're up 12 cents on the day, but 15%. Up to 90 cents, and they were up to like 94 a couple times. And the reason why I said I wish it wasn't is because I told y'all the past week I had a couple of I have a deal going through, and I should be able to get some money soon. And it would have been really nice to get Devve at the 55 to 60 cent mark. And unfortunately, that's just probably not going to be possible again. Can we get a push down? Where, I mean, like, again, the stock market lost $5 trillion in 2 days, and crypto's up. So like, I don't know what else can happen. Like, the manipulation was done. Things are way down. Again, Bitcoin was like 108. Now it's 83. But it was also a month ago, it was 76. Can they push everything back down there again? They might be able to. But there's so many people buying, and there's so much news to go over. What do we have here? The 500. I wanted to look for, yeah, like the one stock in the sea of red that is positive is GameStop. Maybe because people heard like Nintendo Direct, they have pre-orders, but probably because of the Bitcoin. Dare I say, there's so many other people that were trying to go on and buy tokens, and I'll go over that. Yeah, so BlackRock bought another $25 million worth of Bitcoin, which is like not a ton when you can compare that to like MicroStrategy, which buys like hundreds of millions like every week. It's nuts. But they're not the only ones, and I can't find it right now. Again, I'll go over all the tariffs and stuff, but taking a look at Devve, it seems to me that their partners, well, they have a couple of them here. They have a speaker, and I believe it's on my X account. Yeah, Paul Bureau. Paul Bureau, who's a speaker on the that's partnered with them. What is that? I don't want to. Hey, what's up, Turtle? Oh, that seems weird. Okay, what's up, Turtle? Paul Bureau is part of Banque de Lubac NC. No idea if I'm pronouncing that right. Basically, it's an independent French bank founded in 1924. 1924, that is a SpongeBob reference. With its headquarters in France, the bank is known for its specialized services, particularly for companies in difficulty, meaning legal and financial restructuring, private banking, which is wealth management, institutional clients, and notably in recent years, digital innovation and blockchain-related services. Now, what makes DeLubac interesting in the crypto context? Well, there's a couple of things. DeLubac was one of the first French banks to obtain an official license from the French regulator AMF in 2022. They did so, oh God, where was it? Oh no. I'm sorry, guys. Every 30 seconds, if I don't touch my screen, it goes kaput. Shoot, I don't have. Basically, it's a payment service platform created by the bank to offer digital payment solutions, including for businesses in crypto space. And DeLubac provides services like payment processing and the ability to manage digital assets, which aligns with Banque de Lubac and sees broader strategy to offer blockchain-related and digital asset services. All speculation, but DeLubac does have a DASP license, which is similar to CASP in the EU, which makes them MiCA compliant. I think Definity does that as well. Makes them MiCA compliant as well, and could enable a quick launch of an exchange for crypto and tokenization real-world assets with on and offboarding already. So to enable trading of regulated assets such as securities, you would need a DLT and MTF license. And for the natively issuing and clearing all the settlement, you would even need a DLT or TSS license in the EU. The latter will probably be a few years away, but there's a lot you can do before then. Oh no, a piece of hair in my mouth. Oh, I hate that. This is one of those things that will enable them. And I know France is not really a big company. I mean, this company is, I think, a couple $1 billion. And France is not necessarily a huge economy. Europe in general has been not having a good time. But this is this is just one partnership. It's not even the big one. They have others similar to this, and they have a big one they have yet to announce. But this is who they're sharing the stage with. So anyone that was taking a look at saying, oh, hey, they're going to have this big announcement on Tuesday, probably not going to be that big. It's going to be, but you're going to have multiple other announcements like this over the next several weeks, because again, before the exchange launches, they have to announce who their big partner is before the exchange launches, and it's probably going to be 90 days beforehand. So you might have to wait 3 more months for that. And again, I don't really understand why Devve went up the way it did over the past, again, we're like 54 cents like 5 days ago. So it's up like 89% in like the last week. So this is something where maybe it's just time. I mean, it only has 10,000 holders. Because Devve's a sponsor now, maybe people are taking a look at that. This is one of those things where I told the Devve community, when it reaches $30, I'll get a Devve tattoo. If I'm able to get some of these funds in before we go crazy, then I'll go over and I'll lower that, and maybe I won't have it reach $30. Maybe it'll be like 27 or 20, like depending on how much I can get. I'll keep you all posted. Oh shoot, that is a lot of excuse me, sorry, that's just a lot of messages. Everyone could just smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Appreciate it, guys. Let's take a look at Definity here real quick. Definity is actually up 6% on the day to 1.7 cents. And we are at 6,300 in volume at a $2.7 million market cap. Again, at some point later this month, I will get a nice amount of Definity. It's going to be a very nice amount. Hope the prices stay here, maybe even a little bit lower, and that would be great. Most of, again, when they're doing, let's say $250,000 a year, be slightly conservative here, or I'm sorry, $250,000 added to their P&L per month, and they're making more per year than what their market cap is, and that's at, again, we're going to conservatively say $250,000 added to their P&L per month. Their market cap is 2.7. If you were to take that $250,000, and again, by summer they said they'll be doing $1 million a month added to their P&L. That is $12 million a year. That is 5 times what their market cap. That is nuts. This should. I was on the phone with a client this morning. I was like, "Where do you think Definity is by the end of this year?" I was like, blow off top. Super conservatively, because that's what he's going to hold me to. 50x, or like I get it to like $100 million market cap. Which would be, let's say, like 24x, which is like so stupidly low. Which would only be like 50 cents. Again, they're very, very low in my opinion. I think it goes much higher than that. But anyway, it's just my opinion, not financial advice. Let's do OMI here and see what that's up to. It's up 2.5% on the day, 200,023. Nothing really to write home about. Has 2.2 million in volume though, $63 million market cap. Them and Devve were around. They were neck and neck for a little while, and then Devve just took off the last 2 days. And again, $78 million market cap was 1.2 million in volume. Okay, let's take a look at the last 7 days. And when we were at 56 cents, we had 500,000 in volume. And that was on the 29th? Yeah, it was the 29th. All right, the 30th. Oh, actually, 30th wasn't that bad. It's 980,000 in volume. Let's do 31st, 765. April 1st, they had 1 million. April 2nd, they had less than 500,000. April 3rd, they had 500,000. And then now we're at April 4th here at 1.2. So in the last 7 days, let's say they've had like 4.5 million in volume. They had 4.5 million in volume in 7 days, and we're up like 40%. So, oh no, I'm sorry, we're up like 80%. What's 56 times 1 point? Maybe not that much. We're up like 70%, give or take. We're at 54 cents. 4.5 million in volume, and you're up 70%. What happens when you add a zero to that, and you're at 45 million in volume in a day? Do you add a zero and like you're suddenly up, 700%? You're up 7x? Maybe. I mean, I believe that we're going to get a lot more than 45 million a day when the big announcement. Now, again, that big announcement might not come for months. I'm hoping for a push down early next week. Maybe people sell the news when they realize that the big announcement is not really happening on Tuesday, but a nice announcement. Again, I would hope that people sell the news, but there's so few owners. There's 10,000 owners that it is even if a lot of the owners sell, you'll have some cross trades, but you're probably going to have some people that push it up just because they want to get in. So let me take y'all back. So whenever you were in school, middle school, high school, whenever you had like class presentations to do, you'd normally want to go first because the teacher tends to be pretty lenient on the first kids that go. But when the 25th student goes, the teacher's like, if I have to hear one more horrendous thing, like he or she is going to be a little bit salty, a little bit just not. You're like, bro, this is, they're going to be frustrated more than anything. When you go to a buffet, you don't go when you're already full. Like, I'm not going to eat. No, you go hungry because you want to eat. A lot of these people at Paris Blockchain Week are going to go ready to spend. They're going to go network. They're going to go look at projects, and they're going to pick the best ones. And they'll be like, this is freaking amazing. And give somebody $1,000, just super small, $1,000, right? What do? They like immediately spend it. Vacation, alcohol, women, food, like whatever it is, they spend it. And that's true for adults, that's true for kids. It doesn't matter. When you have a bunch of people going to this convention that are looking to spend, and Devve is like the first keynote, they're probably going to spend quite a bit on Devve. Like I don't know how they got this, the early day. Maybe they were able to, because they're a sponsor of the event. Maybe that's them going over and saying like, yeah, we'll sponsor this event, but we have to go on this slot. I would much rather go on Tuesday morning than Thursday afternoon, because by that point everyone has heard everyone talk, and it's just like, okay, I have no more money left, and blah blah blah, and they get in, and I think it might be a race, but we'll see. Turtle, it's like, why is this doing this? Yep, it seems like you are on a winning streak. Why does it keep? That is so strange. I do not know what the heck is my comments are being very strange here. I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna X out of that. Anyway, what's up, Mamashi? Let's keep going here. Let's do the news for the rest of the last couple of days, which is a lot. What do we have yesterday? Michael Saylor says there are no tariffs on Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, so freaking cool. Somebody says, would be great for fiat to OMI and Stacker. Is there some progress at this point? There's ETH on Stacker. I haven't used Stacker to buy anything. I mean, I haven't tried that, so I'm actually not sure. I should get back to him on that. Yeah, what up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? Omar saying good evening. Good evening, sir. Okay. Yeah, it was a bloodbath in the stock market yesterday. Canada yesterday said they were going to impose 25% tariffs on all U.S. vehicles that are not compliant with the USMCA trade deal. They're going to keep that up for a day, and then that's it. Canadian Prime Minister Carney says the era of integration at the U.S. economy is over. Okay, for now. I like that he's trying to stand strong, though. It's admirable. We have an anniversary. So the legendary Kit vehicle, digital collectible, dropped on VeVe 2 years ago today. VeVe posts from its AI-powered intelligence to high-speed chases. Kit remains one of the most iconic vehicles in VeVe and in pop culture history. VeVe fam, show us your best AR shots of Kit. I actually do have this card. I would want to, I should have gone on that. Have an idea, forces, yeah, a lot of people. Tariffs are impacting Pokemon cards with their PSA submissions. So starting April 2nd, a couple days ago, PSA will temporarily be pausing the acceptance of PSA grading submissions directly to its U.S. facilities, including through psacard.com, from customers located in all countries outside of the U.S. We're actively working on solutions, and we'll keep you updated. You have this guy saying, I mean, it sucks for y'all out of country, but good news in the U.S. because it means less traffic and maybe faster turnaround times. Good for USA people. The SEC acknowledges filing for Fidelity's Spot Solana or Sol ETF. Good for them. Good for them. And Reverse says, hey, Randy, did I get submitted for the Guess the Year Dashi contest? Don't think I got anything from VeVe yet. Amazing Fantasy 15. Let me check. Go to Aaron. Long story. Okay, I have given it to him. I gave him the thing. Let me shoot him a reminder. When was this? This had to be on. Oh, this is on March 21st. Okay. Dude was asking when the airdrop was gonna happen. Let me know, and I'll tell him. Yeah. So I have asked, and you shall receive. Dr. Chico, what's going on? Then smash that like button. Smash it. Okay. You have. Why did I even go about this? Did Foster? Oh yeah. Okay. So we have Alexander or Wagme Alexander saying the competition for new token launches is fierce, but it's clear that Base has a killer playbook to attract teams. Launch on-chain via AerodromeFi, launch on Coinbase via a day one listing, the chance to be integrated in the Coinbase app. Who can possibly compete with this? Yeah, Foster Hill saying the OMI token is proud to have been the 16th token bridged to Base in early 2024 to build out all future utility and rewards in support of the VeVe official ecosystem. Over 200 brands and IP, including Disney, Marvel, DC, Lamborghini, Blackpink, Coca-Cola, and more. OMI powers where the world collects. We share your vision, Jesse Polak, and will continue to work to help bring the world on chain. Gotta love that. That dude's awesome. I love Foster. He's Bay. He's Bagels AF. SEC has acknowledged Fidelity's filing for Spot Sol ETF. Since early February, Binance US has seen its market share grow after the SEC paused its lawsuit against the exchange, ending months of decline that continued even during the crypto rally in November. Illinois to drop staking lawsuit against Coinbase, and Bitwise launches 3 active option income ETFs, underlying stocks, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, and Mara. Guys, how do y'all spell Rubik's Cube? Because I could have sworn it was with an X, and apparently it's with a K, and I am just losing my mind. President Trump says the market is going to boom. Canada to post 25% tariffs on all non-compliant. Yep, I already read that. USDT minted another $250 million to buy some Bitcoin. Not bad for them. There is a new one-of-one Marvel auction out. Wolverine awakes to find himself transported into the Savage Land in Scotty Young's iconic artwork of Savage Wolverine #1. The one-of-one Marvel artwork by Scotty Young of Savage Wolverine #1 is available via silent auction starting Monday, April 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific time on the VeVe web app. It looks pretty dope. Love Scotty Young. His stuff is great. Oh, God. Oh, bless me. Whew. Whew. That was wild. European Union prepares to fine Elon Musk $1 billion for disinformation. Really? Yeah, good freaking luck with that, guys. Memes at war. This was a really fun one to take a look at because of the wonderful things he does. Sorry. Meme Alliance says we are now officially listed on the outstanding gaming platform Ultra.io. Very soon you'll be able to play Memes at War and any other amazing games through the Ultra platform. Make sure to add Memes at War to your favorites. Play to earn game. It is pretty cool. daCAT is a playable character on there. When they did that yesterday, it was pretty sweet. They were up like 25%. Now they're down 25% today, but yesterday was pretty good. Ultra.io with over 100,000 followers says Memes at War, the ultimate meme-fueled first-person shooter, is coming to Ultra. Take control of your favorite meme characters in a crazy battlefield, customize, climb, and dominate. Dominate. JP Morgan says President Trump's tariffs are the largest U.S. tax hike since 1968. Bit of a difference there, but yeah, I feel you. Dr. She goes, smash it, smash it. Bill 27th, and bump is back up to 28%. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Crazy volatile. Yo, what's up, Cosmo? How's it going, fam? I love you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. If I could buy, all right. So Foster Hill saying, if you could buy any collectible with OMI, what would it be? And Stacker says, do you mean any collectible? When are they going to announce what they're doing? I have no idea. It could be tomorrow. It could be 3 months from now. I've been lying in wait for several weeks. Again, I wouldn't have made as big a deal out of it if in January, late January, they had said more IPs coming soon. I mean, I understand you want to build hype, and don't get me wrong, it got me to talk about it. It was hype AF. Unfortunately, now it's more like it's a sting. It's a, oh man, are we ever going to get this? And I think obviously, of course, we are, but like, give me, I don't know, kind of a time frame. Like, is it going to be first half of the year? Like, is that going to roll out in the first half of the year? Like, I don't care if it takes till Q4. Like, we have it. We have a firm date. Going to be October of this year. Cool. New York Comic Con. Let's go. I'll take that. At least, but yeah, I understand why they don't give firm dates is because if you miss that date, then people go crazy. So I understand. I understand, Stacker. Lil Ren's added 3 more partner statues the other day, up to 8 now. That dude's a beast. I think VeVe Magic has 4 partner statues now. President Trump says every country called to negotiate tariffs yesterday. Every country called to negotiate tariffs. That is just absolutely bananas. That is a great, that's great times. Great times. VeVe yesterday, actually, I think my Collectibles yesterday had said, hey, I just got these few comics on VeVe. Show me your vault. What have y'all been stacking? And I didn't really, not really stacking anything, but I was like, here's the things that I bought recently. I had a couple of Zero Ghosts. I got a Aliens vs. Avengers #3. And I got a Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon #1. I really like those. And I just told them. Oh, my man. Where you at here? Accountant. Oh, mother fudger. Or the deal. What can you swing? We can still work it out. So what we talked about, yep. Definitely not going to revisit it in summer. Yeah, we could still work it out. Cool. We can do we can do the other ones for that. Yep, we can do the other ones for that. The gold, the OG. This one. Sorry, I'm working on a deal here. Yep. If you have the OMI, we can do it right meow. Right meow. Lifelong Learner says Devve Exchange is allowing early onboarding on Monday. Did you see the article from last night? That's probably why the price rose. I did, but when you go on there, it doesn't show as anything. Like it doesn't show as me. Should be easy. You don't need gems. We can do it right on Stacker. Okay, I'm gonna do a deal right now for some of y'all. Living good, living hard, just like we should. My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Sorry, that was a great one. Yeah, the Devve Exchange, like it said like the site was down and it wouldn't let me do it. ETH doesn't let me do it. You can put ETH on Stacker and swap it for OMI. Unfortunately, VeVe collectibles can only be bought and sold for OMI. So just a quick swap. Okay. Yeah, what up, Cosmo? How's it going, fam? Marson says first comics, Captain America and X-Men, bought a couple days ago. Very nice. Very nice. Good stuff. Good for you, Marson. Good for you. Bill Gardner says Mars S. Nice. Congrats. What up, Cosmo? What up, everyone? Okay. Let me go back here and do Mahalo. So speculation analysis, Marvel Rivals #1 secret rare can hit and exceed the price of the 85th anniversary Scotty Young secret rare. Momoko secret rare is one of the first virgin 1 of 100 covers available from Marvel. Secret rare is more scarce than the physical one of 100. I do not have this one. I'm not trying to pump the bab, but yeah, Marvel Rivals seems legit. The comic seems good. Seems awesome. We have James Brown 4364 saying, I refuse to believe David Yu keeps talking about Pokemon for no reason. Also, I mentioned Spores to you. Do you know that they are consistently a top launch pad? I said, I also believe David is teasing something. I knew Spores had stuff launching on them, but I did not know they were consistently at the top. That's great. I need more. There's me and my friend Baggins in Kuwait. Baggins is a homie. Love him. Miss him. Good dude. Oh, friends. Oh, my other friends. Funny enough, earlier this morning I was going over just my Facebook memories, and hey, what was me posting in 2018? So this is what the beginning of a trade war is like. Interesting. And what happened in the second half of 2018? When market ripped, it went crazy, went nuts. It was awesome. Okay, here we go. There's some. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. All right. Purchases on VeVe based on a purchase, or sale, or promotional code enter usually have 1,338 on average versus 798 this past week. Not great. 5 people typically make their first purchase versus 22 in the. Oh, I think that's wrong, or maybe it's not wrong. 5 people made their first purchase versus 22 in the past week, meaning that 22 new users last week made their first purchase. I'm fine with that, and I think I see why, because yeah, even though on March 26th we had that disgusting 460 people on the app, I think that was because of the update, and I think that was because the app was slow, whatever. Fix that real quick. On March 29th, we had 1,900 people on the app. It's been down since then, but in the 800s and 700s. So since the 26th, when we had that low of 460 people on the 28th, we had 933, and we haven't gone below 760 on any day since then. So I thought that was very nice. Very nice. How much? Yeah, lots of whale, like a couple of whale buys on Devve there this morning or yesterday. Your info, and we'll get it done. I can't get the. Okay, all right. Okay, quick. Do you have a Stacker account? Because I'm gonna have to try to do this for him, probably. If he doesn't have Stacker, I'm gonna get wrecked here. And fees, because fees suck. What up, everybody? How's it going? What up, Bill? What does it call me? Just keeps dangling the carrot in front of us like we are degenerates. I mean, we kind of are. And wasn't it you that kept stacking all those comics before? DeVero says, howdy. Hope everyone is doing well today. Yeah. We chilling. We hanging out. I'm trying to get this dude's info here. 100 weeks of community stuff. Oh, I love daCAT. That is awesome. Show probable spam. Oh yeah, we got the SHIRO Nico over here. Okay. Bought some OMI, VeVe comics, and some stocks today. Good times. It is good times. We have very good times going on. Anywho, let's move on, shall we? BlackRock just bought $65,300,000 worth of Bitcoin, and then another 25. Oh, so I guess they did. Oh, I guess they did more. Goal is for Devve Digital to eventually go public. Oh, here's where it was. I don't know why this was so hard to look at before. Oh yeah, talking about Delubak, which is the Devve partner. That means they are authorized to offer crypto-related services under French and European regulation. They provide accounts for companies in the crypto industry, something that traditional banks are often hesitant about. Why is this relevant for Devve? Because if Devve or Devve Digital collaborates with Delubak and C, then they have a regulated banking partner in Europe. They can bridge the gap between traditional finance and crypto, and investors will see that the project has serious compliance and adoption backing. Heckin' huge. Again, I think Definity has that as well. Either way, heckin' huge. You have a guy named Thiescu saying, win 25 Devve on the 28th, or I'm sorry, on the 8th of April, Ray Quintana from Devve Exchange and Devve Ecosystem will deliver a groundbreaking keynote address at Paris Blockchain Week. Then he asks, who do you think it is? People think Standard Chartered, people think NASDAQ, people think Credit Suisse, but for the most part, we pretty much know it's just going to be that French bank, the Delubak and C, but we'll see if they have any other thing. Devve Diamond says, last time Devve crossed RSI 50, it went up 490% in 2 months. It just crossed that again. So maybe that happens. Maybe we shall see. Trump this morning says, President Trump says, China played it wrong. They panicked. They did panic. Yo, what's up, Jay the Cool Cast? Thanks, SHIRO family here. Much love, Randy. Thank you. So Ben said he wants the Forex user base. So that is now 500 users, or when he said it, we were at several thousand daily users. Wes, I don't know if you were legitimately listening or were just half listening. I will give you the benefit of the doubt that you weren't being facetious and cherry picking the data. Even though I did see that on your X account that you posted that the other week or the other day, because I know you got that info from me, because I know you're not getting that info anywhere else. On one day, on 26 March, they did have 460 people. Likely because of the app update, the horrendous speed, and then they fixed that real quick. Because again, if you want to cherry pick out of here, on March 29th, they had 1,900 people, which is very nice. We would ideally want, again, in December, yeah, we had thousands per day. And now we obviously do not. But of course, when Ben first came on and he did say 1 to 4x users, yes, that's fairly, I don't want to say easy to do, but that is definitely doable, especially for the stuff that he's currently doing. But a lot of times in business, you really do have to do your chores first. You have to work on the problems that are the biggest, and you have to, a lot of times as a CEO, you can't work on the problems that you want to work on because you're constantly putting out fires. he's had to put out a couple of fires. And so yeah, like I said, if you're going to judge him off like the last 6 months, I mean, it's really kind of hard to do that. I think if you want to judge him a year from now on 2025, yeah, do that. But again, it's the ebbs and flows of the market. A lot of stuff, he's doing everything right. But yeah, I understand frustration when he said like, hey, on one specific day you had less than 500 users, but most days, actually every day aside from that one, has been well above that. Now, again, we'd obviously rather see 2,000 a day versus 700 a day, but again, I digress. Moving on. Oh god, I went way too far back here. Damn, 1.5 trillion was wiped out from stock market just at open in like 15 minutes. JP Morgan says there's a 60% chance of recession in the US this year. Probably last quarter, this quarter, and then we rip in the second half. US unemployment has risen to 4.2% higher, 4.2%, which is higher than expectations. And President Trump tells investors, my policies will never change. I mean, he's been talking about the tariff war legit since the 80s. So he's finally getting it done. California is to ask countries to exempt it from any retaliatory tariffs on the US. That's hysterical. Devve saying our blockchain is built to scale, ready to onboard millions into Web3. With flexible enterprise, great infrastructure, we're paving the way for real adoption across industries. The future is coming fast. Watch this space. Agreed. China to impose an additional 34% tariffs on US goods. Gold dropped, I don't want to say hard. It didn't really drop that hard. It went down like $100. Yeah, so this guy, I can help you either tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. This guy Ash Crypto for he crashes out a lot. So like, did gold go down? Yes. Is money flowing into Bitcoin? Yes. Are those two related? Maybe. I don't see how he just says this as a matter of fact. Turtle Golf says DeLorean Labs is part of the marketing for the highly anticipated DMC token launch. Real Randy Chavez, Mr. MC1, when are you going to get them on your podcast? We'll see. I'll let y'all know about DeLorean Labs. Devve Exchange says Devve Exchange earlier supporter rewards launch April 7th. It's all about rewarding our community. Shoot. From next Monday, April 7th, early supporters can sign up to create their Devve Exchange account plus their DEVX wallet. You can get a personal referral code to grow rewards, rewards, and earn exclusive access to our ecosystem from day one. Plus, enter our massive prize raffle. Here's what you could win: a Genesis NFT, which is worth $10,000, $5,000 in Devve, a PlayStation 5, Devve swag, and more. But that's not all. But wait, there's more. Paris Blockchain Week ends on April 13th. So if you sign up by April 13th, you'll also get the Founders Pack, our most exclusive early reward tier. It includes Devise Engagement Booster, which increases your reward share, a rare Lit Squad collectible token, and AMA access to people within the company. Devve Exchange says, whether you're here to trade, earn for assets, or build your network, this is the chance to get in early and grow with us. We're just getting started. Go to DeviExchange.com on April 7th or later to sign up, claiming your rewards. I'll go there right now, DevExchange.com, but I don't think it works just yet. Exchange.com. It does not work yet. So if you go there, it's just a blank page. It will work at some point, hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see. Okay. Get some OMI soon. I wish I was able to get some Devve soon, but I will. We'll see. Maybe I'll get a little more. I'll keep you all posted. Yeah, damn. What a day for crypto. What a day for the stock market. Retail investors bought $4.7 billion in stocks yesterday. That's the most in a decade. Is the bottom in? Who knows? Devve, this guy Felix saying it will probably be a 2 or 3 stage rocket. All speculation. Oh, I already went over the data book stuff. Data book. Cambodia is to cut tariffs on select U.S. imports to 5%, down from 35%. Hashtag winning. Who said this? I don't know who said this. Someone goes and says, Bitcoin is the digital gold, Bitcoin versus NASDAQ, decoupling or hedge against the stock. We can see NASDAQ back in September 24 low, while Bitcoin price was much higher than September 2024. Yesterday, while NASDAQ dropped 6%, Bitcoin closed its candle in green, and today it jumped over 84,000. It's showing that investors are betting on Bitcoin as a hedge against stocks and the dollar, as said by BlackRock founder Larry Fink in his recent letter. Yes, it's too early to say. They misspelled that. It's early to say, but we have seen past events in May 2019 when Trump imposed tariffs on China, and in May 2019, NASDAQ dropped 12%, while Bitcoin jumped 70%. Same history can repeat now if investors start to pick Bitcoin as a hedge against stock and become the digital gold. NASDAQ 100 officially enters bear market territory. Ooh, scary. Dollar-dominated market cap of stablecoins reached a new all-time high of $234 billion on March 27th, 2025, and is up $30.9 billion since the start of 2025. It's about 15%. And Grayscale files for a Solana NFT. Yeah. Thailand is going to cut tariffs down to 0. Trump says, I just had a very productive call to Lam, General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, who told me that Vietnam wants to cut their tariffs down to 0 if they're able to make an agreement with the U.S. I thanked him on behalf of our country, and I said, I look forward to a meeting in the near future. It's working. It's working. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says President Trump's tariffs are bigger than expected, risking higher inflation and slower growth. President Trump says it's perfect time for the Fed Chair Powell to cut rates, so they're kind of calling each other out there. Who's going to win? I don't know. Powell says the tariffs will raise inflation in the coming quarters. President Trump says Vietnam's president told him they will cut tariffs to 0 if they can make a deal. White House official on Trump's thinking says he's at the peak of just not giving an F anymore. Interesting. BlackRock buying even more Bitcoin. Psychological help for this person. Trump is going to sign an executive order to keep TikTok up and running for another 75 days while he negotiates a deal with China. Awesome. Awesome. Love that. Love that. Let's see what we can do here. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says Bitcoin is becoming a store of value, has been for a while. daCAT, for the first time in like ever, might not win today's King of the Hill. Flapper. Okay. Let me go on and see what is. Oh yes, perfect. Let me see what they're going to do here. Let's go to Zilla.meme app and daCAT. Oh, they just reset it too. All right, I don't know who won. Okay, let me go to Memezilla here. And we'll see if Memezilla has posted the winner. Okay, they're onboarding new people. Kids with Needs has arrived to Memezilla. Oh, okay, all right, we did win. It wasn't even close, 133 to 35. Yeah, daCAT token, it was the winner again. Shout out to them for consistently winning. Oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. Folio, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer seeks new trade deal with the United States to remove tariffs. Well. Dilemma won $10,000 in the competition. We aren't broke, guys. Dilemma raw. They won $7,500 and $2,500. Good for them. Good for those bays. Let's see what Dilemma has been up to, shall we? Let's shall. What did I posted Dilemma saying, I'm making people mad on Facebook. Should I delete it and just post all my nonsense here? They say, nah, fam, use both. All right, cool. I'll do that. In the choices of KFC, Subway, or Taco Bell, people have chosen Subway. I figured Taco Bell would win, but apparently not. I've been pissing people off on. All right, so I don't understand the anger here. I mean, I kind of understand it, but I know they're not right. Okay, so some dude said on, like, hold on, let me get to this comment first before I go off the second. So many first appearance dollar, a lot of people are. A little jealous over here. A lot of people are a little jealous, a little jelly. And my mouth, definitely a little jelly. Well, Ben and Korea, thanks for being a member, and go get that bread. So there's this dude that's like, hey, went out on a date with a woman who showed up at least 50 pounds heavier than it showed in her photos. So I said, like, this happened to me once in 2010. Now, granted, when it happened to me in 2010, not only was she like 80 pounds heavier, she was like 6 years old, which is fine. Like her pictures were from high school. She was 25. Like, it's fine. But it wasn't, because I was like, I made her pay for a meal. Like, I was lied to. So when I said, like, I made her pay for her half of the meal, every single person and their sister is just like, boo this man. Bro, you're toxic. I was like, okay, is treating a woman like an equal, is that cause for booing? Dr. Chico says, I probably vote Subway too. Can't beat a good old foot. Oh, that is good. Dude, foot long Subway sandwich. So I had Jimmy John's. There's another sandwich place. It's not Jimmy John's. It's Jersey Mike's. I had Jersey Mike's the other day. Jersey Mike's is so good, bro. We don't. There was like one Jersey Mike's on Long Island. I did eat Subway a lot though. Subway was like my thing. Oh, I'm back. Sorry. Can be good or fault. Yeah. Subway's really good. But I just love my Taco Bell. I don't care how rich I get. I will always want Taco Bell. That is, I'll never end. Grayscale files for Solana NFT. Circle's delaying the IPO process according to sources, and SEC provides statement on stablecoins indicates that covered stablecoins are not considered securities. All right, we should be good there. Just in, the IRS is to fire 25% of its staff. Woohoo! Heck the IRS. Nobody likes them. All right, let's go to X right now and let's see what people are saying. Hesty.base saying good night to all the legends that say good night back, and I will say good night from the OMI. Oh God. OMIs. Gotta always represent the OMI out there. Kaki Gaijin says, I remember arguing someone a while back. I was like, I want to buy 1% of Anna's, and he was like, if you're a collector, why do you need more than one item? And this was my reply, shine to the queens. Bro, I love Kaki Gaijin. So this dude, I want to have a beer with this dude and just be like, you're awesome, man. He just seems so cool. I will likely not be live tomorrow because Josh Emmett is fighting tomorrow night, and I want to go out and I want to cheer him on. I won't be in Vegas, but I'll be cheering him on from a local dive bar. I'm gonna be like, go Josh, get that bread. You got Final Four tomorrow as well, and basketball. But yeah, mostly Josh Emmett. It's gonna be good times. Get a good workout tomorrow too. Wendy says Asia has become officially my favorite part in the entire world besides Latin America. Yeah, Asia's pretty dope. Good times, Wendy. Eddie Brown says, when are we getting digital cookbooks on VeVe? I'd love to have them easily accessible for cooking. You know, I've never thought of this, but same. Yeah, same. I've never thought of having cookbook, but yeah, I can see that. Have you seen how unhinged cookbooks were or diets were like in like the 50s and the 30s? Like, have a hard-boiled egg with salt and a glass of wine. Have like for lunch, have like a salad, and for dinner, have like 3 glasses of wine and 2 hard-boiled eggs with some salt. And it's like, bro, what the fudge? That is wild. And cookbooks, yeah, insane. The stuff that they made. Elon Musk says, remember when you could get canceled for not using the right pronouns? That was dumb. Presley.e saying Trump's tariffs tank stocks. Bitcoin hits 83K. banks, mining firms. Who needs Wall Street when you've got Blockchain Boulevard? TGIF. Meow. Let's give her a meow. Memes at War says game night tomorrow, Saturday at 7 p.m. UTC. No idea what time that is Eastern. So make sure to be there. We're playing some epic rounds of Memes at War. That's really dope. Crypto Los says my favorite NFT will arrive today. Mr. MC1 says congratulations on the excellent news. Collectors Gone Digital. So glad there's so much economic activity in the VeVeverse. Rodney says there's no tariffs on crypto. Lock in. It's great. And he's always talking about daCAT. Love that. Love that. 678. Oh, damn. Lil Ren's got his partner statues. Base says weekends are for base builders. What are you building? All right. I mean, like writing the. Oh God, I misspelled that horribly. Writing the at daCAT. Oh God, I misspelled daCAT. daCAT comic, which will be available on VeVe later this year and able to be bought and sold for OMI on at Stacker soon after. $OMI is the token that powers the app where the world collects. Yeah, gotta love that. Move on here. Laura Rodriguez says, put your energy and time where it counts. Agreed. Dom from Easy A says, decoupling harder than Kanye and Kim in 2021. Oh my God, no, he didn't. Oh God, that man is a savage. Oh, all right. Anyway, let's go from the following and see what recent stuff there has been said on the X. I don't care about Nicki Minaj. There's Crypto saying daCAT. All right, meow. Love him. All right, let's keep going. Nobu saying out with the old, in with the new. Stock market has raised over 3.2 trillion, and crypto has added 5.4 billion. Bitcoin is a hedge against tariffs. Preach, sir. Preach the good word of the crypto. VeVe saying first appearance of Iron Man, Marvel's Tales of Suspense number 39. We have this already. Oh, dropped on VeVe 2 years ago. Watch his awesome approach. Listen to his ponderous footsteps as he lumbers closer. For today, you are destined to encounter the invincible Iron Man. This first released on VeVe 2 years ago. It's time to flex. Share your copy. I don't think I have a copy. Oh, Mintalox has a copy. Good for him. Oh my God. An Australian man caught a sea monster with no eyes and just teeth. Bro, Australia is, bro. Have you guys, all right, Robert Irwin, sweetheart of the world, right? Son of Steve Irwin. Just the absolute best dude, right? He did a photo shoot for some underwear company, and I swear women are leaving their husbands for this man because he's single and he's like, you know what, my sister, married an American, and my dad married an American, and I think I'm just going to wait, for my American tourist. And like, this man is single-handedly upping the amount of GDP and tourism in Australia just by those words alone. Every single woman from 18 to 45 is going to go on and just going to be like, oh yeah, I love conservation. They're going to go to for a chance to get schnockered with him and snog with him and whatever else Australians do. Anyway, I thought of that because the nature's amazing post. Anyway, let's move on. Mara Noffel says LA County to pay $4 billion in largest sex abuse settlement in U.S. history. Oh my God, what is this? LA County will pay $4 billion to nearly 7,000 claims of child. Oh my God. In its juvenile and foster care system, surpassing payouts from Boy Scouts and the Catholic Church. Jesus, dude. Abuse spanning decades and including staff at now shuttered McLaren Children's Center. Oh my God. I guess you just never put your kids in those children's centers because that is just god awful. Victims describe drug. Oh my god, I can't even go over that. Yeah, whatever. Is that mine?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my man, my man. Thank you so much. Yeah, the deal pending approval will be funded through bonds, budget cuts with payouts beginning in 2026. Recognizes the horrific harm, says attorney Patrick McNicholas from the LA Times. That is awful. Moving on, we have Holmar's catalog saying the range extender has been removed from the Cybertruck's configurator. And then also you have John Lee saying go key, he's live. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if I could take another post from Marion Awful because that was hard. You have Millie going on saying VeVe futters are amazing. It's fascinating how much of a he says pussy you have to be live life through fake pages because you don't have the balls to say it with your chest. Look at the levels of these real ones. We'll go to LMAO. Yo, mama raised a bitch. Yo, Millie going out hard here today. Showing about this one dude saying this is who you chose to be the voice of your communities, and then he just straight up like blocked them. That is wild. I guarantee you that person has like no followers. Anyway, let's give you a like there, Millie. That is hysterical. Oh god, excuse me. Cryptlo says we need more grinders in this space. Who's still up and locked in? Let's see the real ones, guys. One of my most popular videos was the how a Comey made me a millionaire, and I thought I was like rich, right? And then my friend Josh takes me on a networking event to the Hamptons. I remember doing a live at the end of that night. Sound Lucy? I don't know, but I remember doing a live at the end of that night, and I was like, guys, we're going to the moon. The networking there was insane, but everyone there had net worths of 8, 9 figures, some even 10, some, billionaires were there. And there's in Star Wars Episode 1, Qui-Gon Jinn talks to Anakin Skywalker and says, greed can be a very powerful ally. Well, so can fear. Because again, me thinking that I was rich at $1 million and then going to the Hamptons and saying like, oh, this is real wealth. When you trespass into the realm of the gods, into the domain of the ultra wealthy, you never want to go back to that realm of mediocrity. And it is fear that will keep you from going there. Be like, hey, I never want to go back there. What do I do? Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the shit coin. Stop like invest in, and there's not financial advice here, but this is something that I would tell Dashy, something I would tell any one of my friends. Pick a company with legit revenues that is solving a problem. And I don't know where I was going with. Oh yeah, so Cryptolo says we need more grinders in this space. I grind every day. I'm every day making content on all the stuff that I have money in. The only thing that I talked about recently that I don't have any money in is Meme Alliance. I have no money in that. I probably should. They're doing wonderful things. But again, that goes to show you that if you're out there working hard and you're doing stuff and you're getting these partnerships, and again, like I've seen it with SHIRO probably more than anyone recently. They're always tagging me and stuff. They're always going off and like tagging their community and like, oh yeah, you should take a look at SHIRO. I always see that every day. Anytime I go on Twitter. You have Fun Under the Sun says, show that awesome shirt running Mario Kart. Heck yeah, Mario Kart. Chico says, I'd probably go Subway too. Can be. Oh yeah. When the SHIRO collab crossover, cats stick together. So I just had, it hasn't been a meeting yet, but I just had oh God, where is it? Telegram is too. It's gone, bro. It's got it's gone. Okay, hold on. SHIRO. Okay. I just had I haven't talked to the animator yet. I won't dox him, but the dude the lead artist animator. I sent a couple messages in a group chat with them. We're gonna get something done. We are going to get something done. Vegan things. Yeah, what up, vegan things? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh yeah. Woo. Oh, there's something spicy on here. Peppers? Hot peppers. Oh, good lordy. That is so good. Remember in that episode of SpongeBob, the Krusty Krab pizza? And they're trying to deliver this pizza? But then a windstorm takes SpongeBob and Patrick and is blowing them everywhere. And then Squidward says, "Hang on to the pizza!" I'm going to hang on to this pizza. Oh my God. What is KS? I don't know what KS is. This is really good. Like, from New York. So I know good pizza. And that's pretty good pizza. All right, anyway. Aw, doggos. I'd let my dog borrow my car if I needed it. We have Kwaning saying, weekend getaway. When your best friend needs you, you heckin' go. At Asian Magazine, at Asian Mom, and excited to meet my panelists. It's from Asian Magazine called Ape Carnival. That's interesting. Well, that's really cool. Myron also saying Trump, the beautiful deal will supercharge the economy. Big business is not worried about the tariffs because they know they are here to stay, but they are focused on big, beautiful deal, which will supercharge our economy. Very important going on right now. So there was somebody. Can I play this? Might be able to play this. Hang on. Somebody sent me a video before. It's pretty dope.
Market by 20% this month, but he's doing it on purpose. And this is why Warren Buffett just said Trump is making the best economic moves he's seen in over 50 years. Now, here's the secret game he's playing.
Secret game.
It could make you rich. So why is he doing this? To push cash into treasuries, which forces the Fed to slash interest rates in May. And those lower rates give the Fed the ability to refinance trillions of debt very inexpensively. It also weakens the dollar and drops mortgage rates. Now, it's a wild chess move, but it's working. Now, you're probably wondering, what about his tariffs? Well, I'll tell you, it's a genius play. It actually forces companies to build here to dodge them. It also forces farmers to sell more of their products here in the U.S. to bring grocery prices way down. We've already seen this with eggs. Now, remember, 94% of all stocks are owned only by 8% of Americans. So Trump, he's taking from the rich short term and handing it to the middle class through lower prices.
So that was oh god, you gotta get it. Okay. So that was something that was sent to me a couple of times, that like multiple people. Speaking of multiple people, if y'all could milk multiple people, smash that like button. That'd be a free way to help support the channel, not a free way to Patreon. So you guys know the deal. You know the drill. Fudge. I didn't want fudge. Oh, I need a new tablet. I'm going to get one. Fudge. Oh my god. Maybe it's my phone, or maybe the fact that I just ate pizza. That's probably it. Anywho, how far out is your comic? I would say if VeVe, if so we could upload it at any time. It's going to really depend on the artist. I was originally hoping end of May. It's probably going to be June though. Probably going to be June. But after that, then we should be cooking. And then I would say every like couple months after that, because again, I'm already more than halfway done writing the second comic. Now, obviously, all this has to be put into comic book form, and drawn. But yeah, I'd say the first few pages are done with the cat comic. Drawing out the drawing just takes a while though. Friends with a comic book artist if you ever need someone. So there's multiple people that offered, but it's really expensive. Like it's a couple $100 per page, and the first one's gonna be like 45 pages. So it's, you know, it's money. It's money. Anywho, give me 1 sec. My goodness, that is so good. Okay, back to X. Vivek Ramaswamy saying unprecedented unity amongst Ohio Republicans. Proud to earn the endorsement of Congressman Rep. Dave Taylor. Cool. Tara Bull says, who's cool with a stock market dip if it means a stronger economy later? I'm not gonna lie, I am. Rodriguez, oh yeah, I already read that. Wolf Crypto says, when someone says precious metals are the best investment, it's not. Clearly, Bitcoin is a lot better. Marion Awful says, Uncanny Valley machines. Uncanny Valley says machines are fundamentally smarter than us. Well, like ChatGPT, sure. Says who knows what they're going to do. I'm worried about how human society deals with transition period. We're creating machines fundamentally smarter than us. It'd be idiotic to think that we could have a solid guarantee about what they're going to do. If we give our AGIs capability for empathy and compassion, I don't see a terrible outcome. Yeah, agreed. Why is it called Uncanny Valley? And the strangest truth about AGI, we still don't know what we're making. Special guest was Ben Gortzel, post-operation Danish. What if the smartest AI ever built still can't think? What if the companies chasing AGI don't even know what it is? Dr. Ben Gortzel, creator of Sophia the robot, love her, and founder of SingularityNet, says the real path to human-level AI isn't bigger data or better training. It's just generalization. I have a little. Sorry. It's just generalization. And today, LLMs just don't have it. From logic engines to mind children, hallucinating machines to post-human ethics, this isn't just a tech talk. It's a warning. We're racing towards something we don't understand. Welcome to the Uncanny Valley. Oh, they go weekly on Fridays at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on X. That's really cool. I'm gonna have to look at that. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. That seems fun. And then I have another space, but I've got to bounce on soon. So I will bounce for right now. Eat the rest of my pizza. Everyone, thank you all for. Yeah, I know they're a lot. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye bye to Dashi. Bye bye, Dashi. I love you. Oh, all right. Where's the end song? Never mind, I'll find someone like.